Hey everyone! In this quick tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how I created a night sky painting inspired by the Northern Lights. First, I'm going to show you how I use one of my new favorite art mediums, these Mermaid markers by Jane Davenport. They are dye-based, ink-filled water brushes, and when the ink runs out, you can actually just refill them with water and then use them just as a water brush. So on the right here, you can see that I have a water brush that is just filled with water. I can just touch one of the Mermaid markers to the water tip of that water-filled brush to lighten the pigment of color. When the color comes out straight from the Mermaid marker, it is very intense, especially if you press where it says press on the marker. The ink is very, very vibrant, which is how it creates such a beautiful night sky appearance. You can see that I used the light green and yellow colors first because I wanted to make sure that I kept those areas bright and glowing. And then I used different shades of blue and purple around those lines and around the edges. I was intentionally loose with my painting, and I added plenty of water to let the colors really mix and blend together. To blend and mix colors, I would also tilt the paper and let the ink just flow. Before I actually started painting, I looked at some photographs of the Northern Lights, and one thing I noticed was how sometimes the light appears to be streaming down from the sky in vertical lines. So when I tilt my paper to let the water and the color flow, I tilt it down so that the paint will flow downward, and you can see how beautifully that worked out for me in the center area with that bright green spot. Seeing the light just kind of fall down from that area gave me a great idea too, and that idea was to create a reflection of this beautiful Northern Light sky into water. So go ahead and watch how I do this. You'll see that I put a horizon line through the middle area of the circle, and the body of water is going to be beneath it. I placed some silhouettes of trees in the background and some larger ones in the foreground as well. But because I like the sky and the water reflection so much, I don't make the trees too large because I don't want to cover up too much of those beautiful colors. In the description of this video, I'll place links to all the products that I'm using in case you're interested in picking any of them up for yourself. Besides the Jane Davenport Mermaid markers, you'll also see that to add some stars to the night sky, I'll use some Copic opaque white. I'm also painting on very heavy paper. It's 140-pound Canson cold press watercolor paper. Now, if you're less experienced or just want a shortcut, you could always draw a silhouette first in the foreground using a permanent black marker, and then using any kind of watercolor paint you have, you could experiment with creating your own Northern Lights sky. Just let the paint dry, and then using a white marker or white paint, you can place some dots for stars. You could even splatter them with a toothbrush. I hope this inspires you to get out there and try creating a night sky painting of the Northern Lights yourself. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more art videos and tutorials, please subscribe to my channel.